Hey you guys, it's Alicia here. Hope everybody is having a wonderful day. None other. I am coming to actually start this new series. And this new series that I'm starting is I will start doing Disney princess movies. What I mean by Disney princess movies, I am going to start telling y'all about some of the original tellings. And what I'm going to be telling you is I'm going to be telling you about the actual telling, and I will be telling y'all about the darker telling. Well, as we all know, let's just go through the Disney version. As we know, today I'm going to be starting to do Cinderella. And if you don't know the actual telling of Cinderella that Disney did, Disney came out with Cinderella in 1950. And we have had so many live action remakes and things like that. Okay, and we had and things. So the version I'm going to be talking about today is going to be the Brothers Grimm, but I know the actual telling was written by a lawyer, Frenchman by the name of Charles Pewter, and Charles Pewter in 1697. I will get that and link that and put that in the description for y'all. But I'm going to be talking about the Brothers Grimm. If y'all have never heard of the Brother Grimm storytelling, Brother Grimm does, a lot of people has retold Cinderella over and over again and think and stuff. So the reason I wanted to come and talk about the Brothers Grimm version, we're gonna be talking about some things, and then we're gonna be talking about when I told my aunt, I would my mother's foster sister, that I was going to be doing Cinderella. She said, "Oh my God, I cannot wait to see you do it," and stuff. So yes, I'm going to be talking about the Brothers Grimm version. And if y'all know, the Brothers Grimm version is a little gruesome. It's a little, let me see how I can say it. It's a little gruesome. It's a little horror, dark. So yeah, and so I wanted to come. We're just gonna go through. I'm just gonna talk about a few things in there and things. So if you don't know the Brothers Grimm version, Cinderella's okay. In the Brother Grimm's version, Cinderella's father is still alive. I'm going, okay. I wonder why Disney did not just keep that in the original version. Okay. We have so many different versions. From a French version to our Irish version of Cinderella. It's like so many different tellings. The French version says her mother died and she wanted to see her daughter in the last thing, and stuff like that. But she was her father married real quickly in there, and in this telling, he watched how his own daughter was mistreated by his new wife and her two daughters. They took things from Cinderella. They took away her lavish clothing. Let me make sure I say this right. Her nice clothing, her jewelry and things. They just took it. They took it away from her and stuff. And they made her be the maid. Clean up after them. Let me just say, clean up after them. Wash the clothes. Cook for them. I mean, nothing. And he just stood by and let this happen. Okay. They literally now this is what they literally mistreated her. Like, he just let them treat her like trash. Let me just say it. Her father let them treat her like trash. In the Grimm's version, we don't get the father's name. They just kept saying Cinderella's father. Now, one thing that Disney had that is totally different in the Grimm's tale is no fairy godmother in here. Now, I know something half of y'all like going, hold up, wait a minute, no fairy godmother? And I had to review each depiction. Each depiction has showed us a different telling. It is like, I can recall where it's not a fairy godmother, it's a tree that is supposed to be like the fairy godmother type. I remember a film that's like that. I can't remember if it was an animated version or a live action, but I really think it was a live action version that I've seen. And I was just only, I think, 3 or 4 years old, and I remember that. I remember that. Okay, and the taking the place of the fairy godmother was a bird. Now, not just only one bird, it was 2 white dove birds. And on one occasion, like the wicked stepmother, it was this ball. The king was having a ball to find his son, a wife. All right. Cinderella asked, can she go? She said, if you have they told her she has 2 hours. She has to clean out the soot out the fireplace. 2 hours. Okay, she does that. She had another 3 hours to clean out another one to make it impossible for her to go. And I wrote this down. I have to read this to y'all. And in this tale, this is something what the wicked stepmother said. Wicked stepmother said to her. Stepmother continued and said, nasty said, you are not coming with us, for you have no clothes. And you don't know how to dance. We would be ashamed of you. Hold it. It gets even better. Listen to this. All right. After hearing, now this is what really got me, and I wrote this, and I had to send this part to my sister. My sister like, well, hold up, I be ready to throw some hands on stepmama. So then she goes, after she's hearing, this is what it goes, after hearing from Lady Tremaine and waiting for her to leave, Cinderella went out to visit her mother's grave and sat against, since she was the only woman in her life, who had always been kind to her. It is there under the hazelnut tree that Cinderella cried, shake, and quivered. Little tree, throw gold and silver down to me. It's singing in a response. A bird dropped down a gold and silver ball gown for her to wear. The dress was a vibrant that when she attended the ball, Lady Tremaine's and her furious daughters had no idea that it was Cinderella. Now listen to this. They didn't even recognize her. They actually thought she was someone foreign from another, and you remembered. So they didn't, when she attended the ball, they did not even recognize her or anything, y'all. What? You see this? The Brother Grimm knows how to get ready. It's gonna get a little gruesome and stuff and thing. And now, here's what went down. Now, I'm just gonna say, in this next verse, the birds packed. Okay, so let me just give you this tale. So Cinderella, she had this vibrant silver dress, but in the Brother Grimm's version, the prince put some slick on the stilts, and she lost her shoe, and she had to hurry back to the home in where she was sleep. Well, the prince had the shoe. Now, this is where I will say, kids do not need to listen to this part, but any adults can. But one of the sisters wanted to try on the shoe. She had a big toe. Let's just say just for her to fit in it. So as he's riding with this sister on the back, the little birdie go, no, this is not the one you dance with. Hello, check the shoe, blood coming out of it. She cut off her big toe. Okay, the other sister tried on the shoe. She cut off the back of her heel. What happened? Same situation again. And the birdie goes, no, that's not the one you came for. She cut off the back of her heel. Took her back. That's when he looked at Cinderella's dad and said, is there any other young lady in the house? And the father said, oh, and this is where the father acted like a jerk. Where me and my male cousin Ashley was like, oh, hell no. He goes, oh, it's just my little, my daughter from my first marriage, pesty Cinderella. I'm going, oh, so he dogged his own flesh and blood. So he acted like a jerk during this whole time. Excuse me, y'all. In the Brothers Grimm, the father is alive, and he acted like a freaking jerk. First and foremost, I could picture if this was a hip-hop version, but I'm going to get to that in a minute. Well, actually, let me just tell you, if it was a hip-hop version, the prince would be like saying, hold up, you just said, what? I can picture the prince actually going, hold up, whoa, what'd you just say about your ass on burn, your flesh and blood? You know that prince going to be ready to put some hands on him. So, I'm just saying, if it was a hip-hop version, come on. Who wouldn't think the hip-hop prince, who playing the prince, I wouldn't be ready to put some hands on him. So then when they realized that the woman that he danced with was Cinderella, so they tried to get it in the good graces. Now let me tell you how the birds got back at the evil sisters. Okay, one had already cut off her big toe, the other one had already cut off her big heel and thing, and they got getting her good graces. They can get, be back. No, not the little birdies. You know how I always say, karma actually will come back and get you. Well, karma came back and got them. The birdies came back and with the evil stepsisters. They picked out one of the steps of both stepsisters, and they became blind. For the rest of their days, they was blind. And this happened on Cinderella and the Prince wedding day. Now, this is the Brother Grimm's tale. I will leave y'all I will leave y'all my searches, and if I'm thinking correctly, I think Cinderella was about, when everybody thinks of Cinderella, her age has always been a factor. It's like, oh, how low she was and stuff like that. I tried to look up in the Brothers Grimm how low she was when she got married to the prince. I could not find that, so I'm just gonna go by what Disney has, what the Disney has been told by Disney. They said she was about, I think they said she was 17 or 18. Don't correct me, but yeah. But now I'm going to come and talk about some remakes, some movie remakes. We have had a lot of movie remakes over the years and stuff. And some of them will list some cast members and stuff. And I will talk about one of my favorite movies and stuff too. So that's going to be coming up. So let's get started. So I know everybody have her, you know, we have the original Cinderella, the 1950 version, and then we have the remake version from the remake Cinderella version in 2015. Then we have Cinderella story in 2004 starring Hilary Duff, and then this is an Asian one. I hope it's called Tam Cam, the Untold story in 2016. I have this saved on my iPad and I haven't watched it yet, and I'm planning on to watch it tonight before I can do a review on it. But it's an Asian telling of Cinderella. Now we have the biggest one from 1998, Ever After, a Cinderella story starring Drew Barrymore. I think everybody remembers that story and thing. I think we all remember that. So then we have Ella, a modern Cinderella from 2010. We have DJ Cinderella from 2019. Oh my God, now we're at my favorite Cinderella, and this is called After the Ball 2015. So let me give you a little bit about this movie right here, because I have seen it over 10 times. So Cinderella Ball Ever After is about this young girl. Her name is Kate. Now Kate is a daughter of her father is a big fashion house, but her father's fashion house is a fashion house almost like Fashion Nova, recreates other knockoff versions of other fashions. That's what they do and think. Okay, they have a big corporation. All right, she has a fashion show. She invites her father. Her father didn't come. She was kind of upset and stuff like that. But she didn't. So her aunt, her godmother ended up getting her in when her mother passed. She wasn't raised by her father. Let's just put it like that. She was raised by her mother until I think something happened to her mother. They don't give a lot of input on her and things. So none other, she gives her father a call, and he like go, oh, come to the workplace. I'll give you a job. So it's okay. She goes to the workplace. She runs into this young man who she ended up falling for, and then the receptionist like, here you go, like that and stuff like that. All right, she was supposed to talk to her father. She ended up talking to her stepmother. And let me just speed it up a little bit. So, stepfather is played by Christopher North. And I think y'all remember the redheaded lady from NCIS, who was the NCIS agent in NCIS. She plays the stepmother, and then she has two stepsisters. And what they're trying to do, they are trying to make him merge with one of his biggest competitors, and he don't want to do it. It's the guy from Who's the Boss? I think not Who's the Boss. Who Lines Is It Anyway? I can't think of his name, but he's in this movie. This is a pretty good movie. It's another remake take on Cinderella, but it's from a fashion point of view. And y'all, if y'all haven't seen it, if you can't find it, it used to be on Tubi, but if you can't find it on Tubi, I know for a fact you can actually find it on YouTube. So the next one is another Cinderella story from a 2008 story, and that started Selena Gomez. You have Cinderella story Once Upon a Time from 2011, starring Lucy Hale. Did you have a Cinderella story, A Christmas Wish from 2019. You have Three Wishes for Cinderella, 2021. That was last year. Now this one, let me talk about this Disney version. And I already said I got to get my cousin to get this, to find this movie for me. It's called Sneakerella. It's a 2022 version. It's on Disney Plus, and this is a male. Excuse me. This is a male version of the Cinderella classic. And I know y'all going, wait, Sneakerella? So it's about this young man named E-L, and he has to hide his talent of sneakers, that how he can remake sneakers and stuff, but he works at his mother's sneaker shop. Okay, he has a wicked, evil stepfather and two evil stepbrothers. Now, if that ain't a cool remake of the Cinderella tale from a male point of view, I love it. So I gotta go watch that. But from the reviews that I have seen on it, it's pretty good. It sounds like it's a pretty good movie as well. Now we have a Cinderella story, If the Shoe Fits, from 2016, starring Sophia Carson and Jennifer Tilly. I have seen that. It's been a while, but I have seen it. Then you have the 2021 version of Cinderella from Amazon Prime, starring Camila Cabello, Billy Porter, and Minnie Driver. I remember a lot of people had I know that movie had a lot of good reviews and bad reviews, and I just haven't seen it yet, but I heard Billy Porter as the fabulous fairy godmother. Oh, baby. He stole the show. Even though it's a musical, it looks like it's going to be a real good movie. So I gotta see that. Now everybody knows the Roger and Hammer's Cinderella. Everybody knows that the remake, Roger and Hammer's Cinderella, 1997 version remake, starring Brandy Norwood and Whitney Houston. I think everybody knows that one. But y'all do not know the first ever Roger Hammer's Cinderella. Original Cinderella starred Ginger Rogers and Walter Pixton, Pidgon. And I think I forgot to put the year down, but yeah, I think it was 1975. 1975. The original was done in 1975. Now, one of the things I had to do while I was doing this video is we have so many different tellings of Cinderella in all around the cultures. If you look it up and stuff, I promise you have so many tellings. But I wanted to come and talk about some books and some book tellings. I couldn't write down everything and stuff. So like I'm saying, these are just different tellings from different cultures. So that's one of the book. I know we all know the Yin Xi's Chinese Cinderella retelling by Don Cassie. I hope I pronounced that right. And the original telling was told by Lin Gong Chi. Oh, please, y'all, don't come at me with that. It's just with pronunciation. And then we have the Egyptian Cinderella by Shirley Lindo. And then we have the Rough Faced Girl by Ralph Martin and David Shannon. That's the Native American version telling. And then this is the one I remember as a kid. My mom, I remember at one point, I had this book. And it's the African version. It is the Muffled, Beautiful Daughter by John Steptoe, and it's the African version. I will actually list all of them, all of these. And then it's the Korean Cinderella by Cheryl Shimo. It's the same person who does the Egyptian, wrote the Egyptian version as well. And then this is the one that really tricked me out. Y'all, there is the one called Smoky Mountain Rose, the Appalachian Cinderella, written by Alan Squirter. Like I'm saying, I'll write their names down. And then I saw this one, and it was my first time seeing this book. And it's called Cinderella Skeleton, written by Roger D. Shin Swart. Y'all, please, y'all know how I am. But when I saw these books, I remember half of these books, but when I came across some of them, and I remember when I was young, I used to watch CBS Story Break. If y'all remember CBS Story Break when you was younger, you remember they actually did do the Chinese version Cinderella and thing and stuff. I promise you, y'all would love. I mean, you can find a lot of different tellings. I know it's an Irish version, it's a Caribbean, like I'm saying. All these books you can literally find them on Amazon.com. I will list them, try to list all of them. But that is it. And I will make sure to leave my links and stuff. But I'm going to leave y'all the question. Would y'all ever want a hip-hop version of Cinderella? If so, who could you see playing Cinderella? That's all I have time for. I'm Alicia. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.